Okay, we've done everything in the first part of the Undead Burg, and now it's time to proceed towards the left side of the Burg. So first up, gotta get rid of these guys. If you run in quickly, you can kill the guy with the crossbow before this guy is up the stairs. Occasionally, like depending on how much time you took to actually run up the stairs, run past the stairs, it's possible that this guy comes first, so you just have to check where each of them is before you decide which one to kill first. You don't actually have to kill everyone down there. I just did that because I saw that I pulled one of them when I engaged this guy. But usually it's enough to just kill these two guys. So now here we have to check a bit. You see these guys up there on the roof? They're throwing fire bombs here. So if I just walked across here slowly, I would be hit by a firebomb, and that would not be nice. So I don't want to do that. So the trick is to just run across the bridge. Excuse me. The trick is to just run across the bridge. However, as you can see, there's one guy in there, and I want to caution. There's another guy standing next to a door there. And there's this guy, and there's actually a third guy in there. So just be prepared that you will be attacked once you run in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run in there. And once we're through, we're gonna raise our shield and make sure to not have our backs to these guys. And we can run in circles around them and until we actually find a good opening here. Whoopsie, that was not a good opening, as you can see. Damn it. I think for a beginner, it's actually probably good if you can... Oh no! Oh, I was invaded. How terrible. I'm so bad at this. Let's see if this guy is an asshole or not. Okay. The answer to that is yes. So what you just saw was someone who deliberately stayed at a really low level so they can invade low level players, because I am currently soul level 4. But he has some mid to late game gear and spells that he just hit me with, and he just one-shotted me while I was just finishing up with an enemy. This can happen to you. It's not nice. I try not to get too salty about it. It's just part of the game. Like, invasions are part of the game. I believe I've talked about this before. Is you're gonna get invaded. And it's gonna mess with your game. And that's fine. That is the game that we play. It's just some people are more dickish about it than others, I guess. So personally, I admit I don't quite understand the appeal of, like, you know, one-shotting low-leveled players that don't have the gear to deal with this. But to each their own. Alright. Yeah. So go back, pick up your souls if this happens to you, like I just did, and we're back. Like, I just had a moment of clarity and ran back to the bonfire because I was like, why am I running around with so many souls when I'm soul level 4? We can get a level up or 2 or 3 actually. So before we continue, why not make life a little bit easier on ourselves? So I think the damage we do at the moment is fine. It's not great, but I think for a new player, what you might need more than damage, a little bit more health can probably not hurt. So I'm gonna put 2 points in vitality and then 1 point in strength. Here we go. Here we go. Now I have slightly more health, which is nice. Okay, so kill this guy. Whoopsie. And this guy. And whee. Go. And that guy. Because why not? Ooh, a drop. Alright. Now back to where we were. Cross the bridge, run over the bridge. Stop running as soon as you hit here. You want a little bit of... Ooh, this is bad. Haha, haha. Okay, if this happens to you... Maybe one of them or two will get hit by a firebomb. Interesting. What I meant to say earlier is... Stop running as soon as you're over the bridge, so A, you have some time to look around once you go inside, like I didn't just now. And B, so that you have some time to recover stamina for when you will inevitably be hit once you come in here. Okay, now it's time to proceed. We're safe from the firebombs in here, okay? First we go in here because we see that there's a guy. Woo! Hello. And we kill him. Remember, shield up, block their first hit, and while they're staggered from hitting you, you can hit them back. And then here's another guy. Same strategy, shield, donk, hit him twice. In here is a chest. I'm gonna get rid of this so we can look at this chest. I'm not sure, but I think this is the first... Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, I will explain this some other time. I wanted to go into the mimics, but let's do this some other time. Because we can't actually properly see the chain. This is a safe chest, we can open it. It's got some black fire bombs in it. Okay, sure. Obviously, it's the stock that these assholes up on the roof are using. Now, we see 3 dudes here. Oh. If I just stay here, maybe one of them will come to me, or is he gonna get stuck? I remember when I first played this game, I struggled with this section quite a bit. So, yeah, pulling them individually seems like a good idea until this guy starts throwing fire bombs. But actually, and I even... Whoops. I didn't even realize you could do this. You can make him come to you a little bit, huh? Maybe if he realizes, yeah, okay, this is nice. This is nice. Okay. So he's gonna throw firebombs at us. Which we don't like. But you can just run through them, right? Whoops. And then hit him twice before the others have a chance of coming. And then engage them one-on-one. Now, waiting for them to come to you and just fighting them one by one can be a bit annoying and it can be a bit boring. And if you feel in control enough, I guess the correct way or the better way to do this is with a little bit of aggression. By just running in and like taking out the guy with the firebombs first. I strongly recommend a backstab simply because that means you will be safe from these guys and then just taking them out. Yeah. So this is how I'd usually do that. Then we're gonna run over here and have a little look-see. I don't particularly like this place, I have to admit, because this is the assholes who've been throwing firebombs at us. So here they are now. They haven't seen us yet, but they are gonna start. And we have to make sure that we don't actually fall off the roof once we do this. So aggression pays off here. If not, if you actually want to kite them back a little bit, be aware that if you fall down there, like there's a little step here, you might actually have difficulties getting back up here, which is probably why you see a blood spot there. Let's have a look at how this person died. Nope. Died there. Okay, well. It's happened to me anyway, so just make sure you don't, like, take that step down there or fall off the roof entirely. You're not gonna die if you fall off here and you have full health, but you're probably not gonna be in a great position either. Okay, now back here. There's a door, and we're gonna go in there in a minute or so, but first, let's go up here. once you get here, raise your shield, because there is a guy with a crossbow. He is not really a problem, because crossbows are slow and actually really easy to evade. Okay, now we can go in here. I just wanted to make sure that guy was gone, in case we pull someone. Okay, in we go. And here? This is what we use the residence key for, I forgot to mention. So, the key we bought from the Undead merchant, this is one of the 2 doors that it opens. And here we have a good example of a chest I wanted to show you. Yes, I see, I pulled this guy. He's gonna come very slowly, so I have some time to explain this. So, if you look at this chest here, you will see that it has a chain that's lying kind of like in a circle next to it. And if we look at it like, whoops, okay, this is maybe a bad angle, like this, it just looks like a normal, nice, regular chest. And that's because it is. But later in the game, there will be mimics. And you will be easily able to spot them because their chain is not curled in a circle, it's in a straight line. So you can also spot a mimic by just hitting a chest. And if it doesn't attack you, it's not a mimic. However, I always think that that's a bit dangerous because if you do much if you do too much damage to it, you can destroy the chest with the item inside. So I recommend you learn to spot mimics just by checking the chain. And just make that a habit. Before you open a chest, have a look at the chain. Okay. Now this guy usually, he walks up here slowly once you go down there. I pulled him earlier when I went on that balcony. These 2 guys are a bit annoying if you pull both of them at the same time. So let's see if we can pull them separately. Yes, we can. I don't like fighting enemies on the stairs because the whole mechanic of are you gonna hit my shield, am I gonna hit you can get a bit wonky. So I try to not fight them there, but oh, come on. No, we don't do that here. Okay, but sometimes they're not really cooperating with the whole don't fight on the stairs. Whoops. Alright. Here we go. Now, there's the chest we just opened. Up there, you have to be careful. Don't spend as much time on there as I'm about to just to show you this, but this is a trap. He's gonna kick that barrel down at us, and it's gonna catch fire, and it does a lot of damage. So I'll just run here, whoops, and avoid that damage, and now fight this guy. Okay. Now, I want to show you something, but we're not gonna do this yet. So there's a scary looking guy back there. This is a Black Knight. This one holds a shield and a sword. And he can drop those items, but they're very, very rare drops. And we may want his weapon later. So I'm not fighting him now, but I will be fighting him once we get an item that increases our chance of drops. You can kill him now. Be aware, he's very tough, so you might struggle with him. And if you're lucky, you get the drop right now. But I think it's still fine to go back there once we've started Sen's Fortress in a bit, when we can increase our chance of actually getting his sword. Until then, we have other weapons we can use. But just so you know, he is there. Okay. Now, this is the way forward. Here's a door we can't open yet. Ta-ta. Unless we pick the master key. If you did pick the master key, you can go in there, but you might just live to regret it for the moment. There is a guy in there. He's Havel the Rock, or at least a Havel Knight. He has really heavy armor, he has a huge weapon, and we will fight him soon enough. He drops a really useful item, which is a ring that increases your equip load, so you can carry more stuff and still have a good roll. So it is really useful to go there early if you have the master key. And if I take the master key, I always go there and I face him. However, he has a weapon that can kill you in one hit. And even if you block, he might just pancake you. So you have to be somewhat good at evading attacks and backstabbing your enemies if you want to fight him. But we're not doing this now because I can't actually go in there yet. I don't have the master key. We go up a set of stairs. There's nothing here. We go up a second set of stairs. And here, there's already a message alerting you to this. If you hit this barrel here, there's gonna be something called, what is it called? It's like a, I don't know, like a Titanite bug or something. It's this little crawly thing and it's shiny, and if you kill it, you get some Titanite shards. So I will do that now. What does the message say? Lizard ahead. Yeah, it's a little lizard thing. Okay, let's see. Oof. If you attack it, you already do some damage to it. Ah. It's very tiny, so it can be kind of finicky to hit. Okay. And it dropped 2 twinkling titanites for us and a titanite chunk. Pretty cool. Just be aware you have to kill them quickly, because if you don't kill them in a certain amount of time, they're just gonna vanish. However, if you sit back at a bonfire and reset everything, he'll be back, so you can just come back and kill him if you didn't manage to get him the first time around. Okay, now let's have a look at what our little crystal lizard friend dropped for us. Oh, right, crystal lizards. That's what they're called. Okay. In our inventory here, if we go 1 to the right, we will see there's a titanite chunk and a twinkling titanite. And those are upgrade materials for our weapons. So there's different upgrade paths, and different weapons require different upgrade materials. There's some weapons that require twinkling titanite and armor, actually. So we have 2 of those. Upgrade paths that require twinkling titanite only go to +5 as a maximum. Others that require normal titanite can go all the way up to +15, but that doesn't mean that things that require twinkling titanite are worse. It just actually often means these are more powerful, and these weapons at +5 are as strong as other weapons at +15. So the incremental change for weapons that have this upgrade path, the normal upgrade path, is just smaller. However, the upgrade materials for this are easier to come by. So twinkling titanite, you won't get a spot to properly farm this until more than halfway into the game. Or about halfway, actually. Okay. However, it's nice that we got this chunk, but it'll be very, very, very far away when we can actually use it, because this reinforces weapons from essentially +11 to +14. So we're currently at an upgrade level of nothing. All right. And now there is nothing left to do but to go through this fog door. If you've died a lot of times and collected your souls every time on your way here, you might want to actually go back and get yourself some level ups. I currently have about 2 level ups here on me. That's not worth it. So let's go in here and have a look. This is a boss arena, so this isn't a trick. As you can see, fog door here, fog door there. However, the boss fight doesn't immediately start. It doesn't get triggered until we're halfway across this bridge, and the boss is going to jump down from up there. However, there's something we need to take care of first. Around the corner here is a ladder. And this ladder leads to these 2 guys. And they have crossbows. And they're going to be very annoying if we don't kill them before we initiate the boss fight, because they're just going to try to kill us. Okay. Now, this is gonna be a bit difficult for me, and I might just have to kill myself and try again if I do too well at this boss fight, essentially. Because once you know how to fight him, he's actually pretty easy. So what you should be doing right now is you should go to your inventory, and here in this slot next to your Estus flask, select the gold pine resin that we found in a box outside. We found this on the balcony that was hidden behind the locked door. And it says applies lightning to right-hand weapon. Rare pine resin, which emits golden sparks. Applies lightning to right-hand weapon. So, if I equip this here, and I just use now, as if I were to use an Estus flask, I would put lightning damage on my weapon. Which is really good because the guy that we're about to fight is weak to it. And this is kind of like the game giving you a hint, right? This is the game telling you, hey, you get this item here and it's actually gonna be immediately useful. So in a way you need to pay attention to when the game gives you things and consider whether it's useful. Don't apply it immediately, it's not gonna last forever, so I would run up to here or so before you apply it. I'm not gonna do it because I actually don't want to kill him too quickly. But if you do apply this and you fight him like this, so two-handed, and you just manage to roll through his attacks, he takes like 4 swings. 4 to 5, and he's down. Doesn't mean you should get greedy, but it's pretty quick. I have footage from other characters that I can put in here to show you the ideal way to do this. But I want to show you how to fight him when you struggle with him, and that means I might actually require several tries to get all of the footage that I need. So, one thing to be careful about in this boss arena is there are areas here that are safe, where you can roll, and then there you can see this is a prime spot to fall down to your death. It's actually possible to make the boss fall down. I don't think I have ever managed, to be honest, but it's possible for him to just fall down and then he immediately dies no matter the state of the health bar, so that's cool. But just be aware that you can't roll around willy-nilly, essentially. You have to make sure that you're looking where you're going. Another thing you can do, which I actually don't recommend, like I know it is sometimes told to new players, is you can try to go for like a bit of a cheese strategy where you kite the boss back here, you walk up here, and so you climb up the stairs. Ideally the boss is going to be somewhere down there, but then he actually has to be standing down there, and you do a plunging attack on him the way we did for the a silent demon. Now the issue with that is, like, he takes about 3 of those, I think, to go down, so 3 drop attacks. I'll see if I can make it happen on camera. But the reason why I find that to be actually kind of bad advice is that A, you could just, struggle to fight him for a bit and learn something, learn about fighting enemies like that, and just rolling. Because honestly, don't see bosses as obstacles that you need to pass to play the rest of the game. See them as the lesson you need to learn in order to succeed at the rest of the game. So ideally you want to try to fight things properly, not because it's the real way to play, but because you will be a better player for it. I recommend only going for the cheese strategies after you've tried and failed like 20 times and you're over it. Like, then it's like, okay, fine, do it, right? But for your first try, I would always recommend you do it properly. The second reason that I'm not super fond of this strategy is this. You can pull it off once, like the first time you run back here and he follows you there, there's probably going to be enough distance for you to run up there. But then, after you've done your drop attack on him, you have to go back here and climb up here again, and he can super hit you while you're climbing up there. Like, you're not safe on the ladder until you're about this high up. And more often than not, you're just gonna be like here, and he's just gonna hit you, and you're gonna fall off, and then you're gonna be staggered, and you're gonna try again, and then you die. So keep that in mind. And you don't want to end up like fighting him here either, because where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna roll, right? So all of this being said, what is my recommendation of fighting him? My recommendation is that if you're good at rolling, if you've practiced your roll game until now, is to fight him like this. So put away your shield. He's a big guy. He's gonna hit hard and take a lot of stamina with him. So and just roll into him. This is a tried and tested strategy for many Dark Souls bosses. Roll into him, be really close to him, and then just hit him once or twice, depending on how much stamina that takes. Personally, especially for new players, I recommend just don't be greedy, hit them once, and then see what he does next. And then keep an eye on your stamina bar, never let it go empty. Roll, attack, watch. Roll, attack, watch. Roll, attack, watch, until he goes down. Or, and this is what I'm gonna do, it's gonna take slightly longer, you can keep your shield out, you can block some things, like this is just you shouldn't aim to block, but you should just, you know, occasionally have like your shield up immediately after doing an action so you won't be caught off guard. Okay. Now let's do this. I will try to get a drop attack in. This is the Taurus demon. Here we go. Here we go. Big axe. Ooh. He does a jumpy attack. What else does he have for us? Aside from stressful music. He has really slow swings, so when you're rolling, keep that in mind. He is slower than you think he is. Okay. Here we go, and whoop, this is a good spot to attack him. So you roll and attack. And roll and attack. Whoops, he stepped on me. Roll and attack and wait. What is he doing next? The unfortunate thing with the strategy of being safe right in him, oh no, he hit me, is that it's actually kind of hard for you as a viewer to see this. So you might be wondering, when is a good spot to heal? And I would say right after he's done a big attack like that. So I'm kiting him backwards a little bit. Oof, that was a big swing. I kited him backwards a little bit so that I would have time to actually do this. And I haven't done this in years, so let's see if I can pull this off. Up, 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 and this is what I meant. Okay. The good thing is, I can heal now. I can heal now. Alright. So. Is he down there? Yes, he is. Thank you! And here we go. If I'd been smart, I would have probably two-handed my weapon. But now what? Now what? I don't really want to do this again. I don't like it. I rather prefer to fight him down here, where I have some measure of control, and I don't leave myself vulnerable to... Ow! Well, she said. Yeah, but here I can see what he's up to. Oh no. Oh, this was really bad. Okay. Back in the game. Yeah. And if you put lightning on your weapon, you would take huge chunks of his health bar out. So I really recommend using that. But maybe not the first time you fight him. Because I think you should learn his moves first. And how he does. Because you only have 3 of those items. And you can't currently get more. So, whee! You can't currently get more. So just learn his moveset. I'm trying to do this as slowly as I can, so you also have some time to see the things that he does. Whoopsie. But safest spot to be is to roll right into his crotch. It probably doesn't smell all that good, but fortunately this is a video game and not an olfactorial game. Anyway. Ooh. Okay. I don't even know what I took damage to just there. Heal after he's done a big attack. And remember, in Dark Souls, a heal is always something that comes instead of an attack, not after or before. Instead, if you have a spot to attack, you probably have a spot to heal. Okay. This especially goes for your slower weapons. So this is... Whoopsie. Yeah. Oh no. Whew. And you have to be really careful that when he does these things, he doesn't actually throw you off. So his swings, if you block them or if they hit you, they can totally like golf kick you off this bridge. Okay, let's take a quick look at how this would look ideally, how I would normally fight this. So I quickly made a character a bit lower level than the one that I just fought the Taurus demon with in my actual walkthrough. I just leveled up strength a little bit. I have put on the gold pine resin. Here we go. Across the bridge we go. And use the resin. Engage the boss. Yes, yes, yes. Scream. Do you see the damage that this does? Okay, fine. I was wrong. It's not quite 4 hits, but it's not much more than 4 hits. You can stay inside him the entire time, and down he goes. I'm pretty sure that took less than a minute. So, yeah. Gold pine resin. Pretty good. Okay. We did it. We killed him. Got a humanity for it, and a homeward bone. A homeward bone is an item that you can use, let's see, to return to the last bonfire you rested up at. So you use it the same way you put it here, and then you use it, and it's kind of the game almost giving you a hint. So like, you might want to spend your souls. So I'm not gonna do it here, but this is a case of do as I say, not as I do. I'm just doing it because I'm lazy and because I know where I'm going. But you should totally go back to the bonfire and spend your souls. If you're going for a strength build, I recommend that you go and spend them on strength so that you can work your Zweihander as soon as possible. And then after you've done that, you come back, you run through here, the boss is gone, so you can just run over the bridge, right? And can go where it is that I am about to go. Ta-da-da-da. Roll through these boxes here because there's an item. Usually there's a nice person actually telling you about it. And then down the stairs. Okay, out here we go. There's a door immediately in front of us. We can't go in there yet. We're gonna find a key in a bit that lets us pass through here. There's a bridge, which is not a nice place to go. Yep, dragging ahead it says. We're about to find out soon enough. This is where the Drake flew to, and then there's this overlook here. Let's go. And there's a guy. And we need to talk to this guy. This is Solaire of Astora. He is the Sunbro. He is the champion of the sun. Yes. And he is my favorite NPC in all of Dark Souls. Anyway, let's talk to him. He's... Obviously, you shouldn't skip the dialogue. I'm gonna do that for the purpose of this Let's Play. But, you should enjoy every little thing he has to say to you and treasure it in your heart. No. And talk to him some more. And we're gonna say yes.
The way I see it, in a...
And we're gonna say yes again. And then he's gonna give us the White Sign Soapstone.
We are amidst strange beings in the flow. There's no but use to summon one and engage in jolly cooperation.
And from now on we can engage in jolly cooperation. Yes, that's right. And that's what we're gonna do. Soon enough.
Oh, the sun, if only I could be so grossly incandescent.
Okay, and as soon as he said that line, that's all he's gonna say. So now we have an item It's all the way at the bottom, I think. No, here we go. You can now leave your summon sign. You can now be summoned by other players if they're human in order to help them with something. Yay! Okay. And now here's this bridge. Now, you want to be at full health when you cross this bridge. And here's the thing. The Hellkite Drake is gonna fly out and like blow fire on this bridge. And this is really dangerous. So what you need to do is you need to watch where it is I go and then run there. Just don't stop. You run where I am about to show you to run. And you do not block. If you block his fire, it's gonna hit you and you take damage and damage and damage until you fall over. You eat that fire with your face. It's gonna blow you over. You're gonna lie on the ground and actually be immune from the rest of the fire until you get back up. And then you're gonna dust yourself off and you're gonna run to safety. It will hit you once. I don't think it's possible to not be hit by the fire. So don't block, just run. And ignore the enemies. They're just gonna die to the fire. So here we go. Run, 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 run. Run, Forest, run. Here comes the dragon. Here comes the fire. Okay. And off to the right side and down these stairs. Safety. We're safe. Okay. We're safe. Now, if you pop your head out of here, you can see that the Drake has now sat down up there. And there's all of these items. We're not gonna pick them up right now. Like it's a trap. We're gonna come back here later for this. So for now, we will go down here, out here, down these stairs, and look at this ladder, and we're gonna kick it. And climb down. And we're back at the bonfire. And the reason why I told you to not do it the way I did, but actually come back here and spend your souls after beating the Taurus demon is because if you've never done this before and you're unsure about this, there's a good chance that you're actually gonna die up there. So you don't want to lose your souls on that bridge, right? Now I'm gonna do what you should have done earlier and just spend my souls. Almost there. I'm at 21 strength. I need 24 to wear the Zweihander. I can actually technically wear it already. Because... It says insufficient strength to wield this weapon with one hand. Hold with both hands to use effectively. So right now, if I wear it like this, there's this red X there that says I can't use it. But if I do this, the X is gone. Because two-handing a weapon actually increases it multiplies your strength by 1.5. So my effective strength right now is actually something like 30. So I could have actually worn this a couple of levels ago. The reason why I haven't really told you about that yet is because it just means you can't use your shield. And I mean, for a struggling new player, that's a pretty big deal, because this weapon is slow. It's good, but it's slow. It's really slow. Look at this. It does a lot of damage, but God, is it slow. So, for the time being, I'm gonna stick to my shitty little axe. Where is it? Here we go. Until I'm at 23 strength and can actually switch to the Zweihander. Alright. Actually, is that enough for level up? Yes. Ha ha ha. 2 more level ups. And this was the Undead Burg. Now we're off to the next area. The path forward is up this ladder here. But that's for another day.